Hello everyone, and welcome back to Thronebreaker. It's been a while since I recorded. Can't fully remember what I did last.
Might be in jail, but at least they're back. That's most important.
Oh yeah, we saved the swarms. Enjoying the storytale and all that. Cause, yeah. Yeah, the mission where if I had Black Rayla still, she would have probably murdered them all. And then the dwarves would be pissy with me. Which is why we didn't bring her. So, here's one of those shrines that makes us, the morale go up. Problem though is I never really know when to use those shrines. Because I could use it now. I don't know if I'm going to walk into a fight or if I'm going to end up in a situation where it's like, oh, well, you need to sacrifice 4 soldiers and 50 gold and get a piece of the puzzle. But your soldiers will hate you for it. Let's just take it. I said take it. Why aren't you taking it? Take it. Okay. Take it. Take it. Oh, I forgot I had to hold it. Jeez, it has been a while. Only such fast travel.
The Queen noted a building with unusually lavish ornamentation, including shining bronze roof tiles and glistening rock crystal window panes. An important clan dwelled there, Gabor explained. The Breckenrigs.
Could you introduce me?
Meve asked.
Perhaps I can convince them to intercede with Bruver on my behalf.
The clan head, Ivar, invited Meve to an exquisite feast. But when she broached the subject of the war raging just outside Mahakam's borders, the dwarf changed the subject at once. Looking around the interior, Meve quickly understood why. The walls were ordained with Nilfgaardian tapestries and rugs. Gifts from friendly Imperial envoys, no doubt. Meve prepared to leave, convinced she had wasted her time, when someone clasped her shoulder and pulled her into a darkened room. Her kidnapper turned out to be a young dwarf, female, it seemed, dressed in her nightshirt. She introduced herself as Ivar's daughter, Eudora Breckenrigs, and openly admitted she had eavesdropped on Meve's dinner conversation.
Listen, me dad's stubborner than an old goat, but I'll convince him to help ye. For a wee favour, that is.
What?
Ah yes, female dwarves with their beards. Some games they put that. Not very many though. Most games don't even have female dwarves. I'm pretty sure World of Warcraft wouldn't have bearded female dwarves or... Well, Dragon Age sorta did in the Inquisition, but anyway.
I want you to steal something from the clan archive. Historiae Mahakamorum, 'tis called. See, me dad won't let me betroth me sweetekin Zoltan. Says the codex forbids marrying a dwarf who's left the mountains. But there's precedent. Just such a case described in that document. If I can show it to Da, he'll have to change his mind.
Meve felt sympathy for Eudora and wanted to help her, especially considering the favor Eudora could do her in return. But she fully realized if her attempt to break into the archive ended badly, it would result in a tremendous scandal Bruver Hoog would not soon forget.
Oh shit. Well, this is gonna be interesting.
The pot's worth the play, I believe. Fine. I accept your offer.
They then shook hands, sealing the deal. Meve had to bite her tongue to stop from crying out, for the young she-dwarf had the grip of a brawny blacksmith. Meve returned to her company, and, massaging her sore hand, presented Eudora's offer. Gascon volunteered for the task at once.
Thievery's my forte. The dwarves won't notice a single mothball out of place.
Gascon snuck into the archive under the cover of darkness. Just as he was tucking Eudora's desired document into his cloak, he heard dwarven boots clanking down the stairs.
Damn it!
Gascon swore.
I can't let them catch me.
Well, this is gonna be fun, I'm sure. At the campfire, Gascon had proclaimed himself a true master of stealth. He claimed he could go across the Northred Mark in full light of day, but not by a Chester cap of bells, and not so would notice. When the time had come for the Duke of Dars to show his bark had some bite, to escape moved Gascon, Lightford, to the bottom right corner of the battlefield. Move Gascon using your leader. So how exactly is this going to play out? Well, it's going to play out like a puzzle, but still. So we need to get to the bottom right corner.
Stop! Who's there?
Okay, I didn't realize how good a sight they had. My bad.
Ha! Ha!
Left. Right. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Ah! Yeah! Ah!
No. Okay, so they can always see left or right. Turn around. Means we have to step ahead.
Ha!
Oh, shit.
Yeah!
Stop!
No.
Who's there?
Yeah. It's gonna complicated. These guys are coming this way. Means we have to basically. Well, maybe if I misdirect. What does misdirect mean? That might work.
Ah!
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub. That was close. Ha! Yeah!
There you go. Turn around.
Ha! Ha!
Meantime, I will. Yeah.
Ah!
Parkway over.
Ha!
Parkway over. Yeah.
Yeah!
Stop!
What?
Who's there?
They can see that far. Well, shit. I didn't realize they could, you know, see 2 spaces there. I thought it was like this many. But then it's that many. Great. Well, that complicates things. Yeah. Okay, well, let's try this again. Ah! Okay. So, misdirection.
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub. That was close.
I go this way.
Ha!
What about this?
Ah!
We enter. Turns around. Starts to use that weak spot, so.
Huh! Ha! Ah!
Gotta move down. Going to misstretch. Yeah. Going back into it.
Piece of cake.
Ha!
Ha! Ha!
Power play move.
Ah!
Power play move.
Yeah!
Then we'll go hold up for that. Enter.
Just a bit more.
And then we're gonna move.
Ha!
Not that hard, it's just that I didn't realize how, you know, I didn't realize how far they could actually see. Figuring out the puzzle is the fun part, isn't it?
But the dwarves never found out who had broken in. As agreed, Meve handed Eudora the stolen document.
Now I get a horn. So I tried to check Discord, but it's slow. Okay, so we have Almer's home.
Ha!
The dwarf shouted, raising the parchment in a triumphant gesture.
Da can't do nothing to stop her making vows now. I've got to write Zoltan right quick. Thanks. Thanks a million times over.
And Eudora did her part too. Soon after, the queen learned there'd been a gathering of the clans, and Ivar had indeed spoken on her behalf. She could only hope the elder Breckenriggs had swayed Bruver Hoog as well.
I can't remember if Zoltan and her did end up getting married. Don't remember any mention of that in Witcher 3. Or Witcher 2. Alright, we did good.
Eudora Breckenriggs Chewy. Oh, I truly like the sound of that.
Raised under the straight post, dwarf by name of Rakov Dalberg, has divided about his wells. So, how do we want to handle this? We could sacrifice 1,000 gold for 800 lumber. Could sacrifice 400 lumber. So I want the gold, but I'm trying to think if it's very worth it at level 2. Let's see if I can get anything. Workshop. So we do need to get to that. I mean, I guess I could buy out the training grounds, but... Some gray riders, regiment drummers, things I don't really use. I mean, the cavalry would be nice, but the problem though is I would need a lot of them in my deck, and that's not exactly easy. Oh, I can just buy the train post. Well, there you go. So now I have a trading post. 35 recruits, which is not very worthwhile. Buy wood for a lot of gold. Exchange wood for gold. Because 400 gold is gonna buy me 100 wood. But 100 wood is only gonna buy me 200 train gold. Logic. Ah, well. Hopefully it doesn't come back like around the corner. Oh, you sure saved 1,000 gold. So what does this thingy do? So it's apparently one of these things. Interesting. So whenever now I appear, strengthen it by 1 and give it 1 armor. I mean, that's not bad. Except for there's still one problem. Yep. The problem is our best card is buffed by this trophy. I know, right? It's a bit annoying. Because we're gonna get better, we're gonna get better trophies and things. But yeah, they all just... Oh wait, I should probably... Yeah, it's still gonna be highlighted because, ooh, you have new units. Ooh. Cost 7. Jeez. Problem is we are pretty much matched out. I mean, we could remove some things. I forget what is weighing us down, really. Traps, probably. How much does it cost to create them? Quite a bit, actually. I mean, I might get them when I can... Where is it? Get that. But I guess we're fine for now. Spent the majority of our resources, so...
You can count on us, Queenie. Ivor'll be a wall at your back, stout and strong.
Huzzah. Wait, going out to keep talking to dwarves.
You're no cold without a beard. What are you poking me for? Ah, scrounging for coin, no doubt. Righty then, take this pouch and kindly get off my arse.
See? Almost forgot to keep poking.
Ah, you thundering dolt! I told you to hold your horses or you'll shake the hitch loose.
Oh, now you're a bleeding expert, are you? You overloaded the damn cart, that's why it's busted.
A wagon lay strewn across the middle of the road. Behind it stood others, some loaded with gold, jewels, and other valuables, others groaning under barrels of pickled meat. Each dwarf had his own theory about how the accident had come about, and thundered it out to all and sundry, peppered with choice invectives.
An odd caravan.
Meave said.
They don't look like merchants.
Nay, they ain't.
Gabor answered.
Dwarves of the Ferens clan, carrying gifts for the Drake. Remember Keltilis? When he took roost here, Ferences fought him for near a century. Then the dragon got weary of fighting and they realised he weren't going nowheres, so they cut a deal. He didn't bother them. They give him what he needs.
Well, well. And these offerings they send often?
Every week. Excuse me, got to separate them lads, before they tear out each other's beards. Hey there! Krill your idiot heads!
Carts for gold loot.
Gabor managed to douse his brethren's fiery tempers, but the wagon still lay across the road, blocking all traffic.
Queen,
Said Xavier.
it is an easy repair. I've the tools, the parts. Need but your permission.
Of course. Go see what can be done.
Xavier did indeed make quick work of the problem. Within moments, the wagon was rolling smoothly down the road, good as new,
Well, shaft me, your highness.
said one of the dwarves.
Your engineer's got a pate like stewed meat, but he kens his trade. That's for certain.
I'll convey your words to him. Or at least part of them.
Me and the lads will be on our way now, but first, take this. Bit of gold by way of thanks.
Sure.
Thank you.
I mean,
Meave said, accepting the surprisingly heavy pouch.
In wartime, every copper counts.
The dwarf bowed in parting, shook the snow off his beard, then rejoined his caravan. Within a few moments, the wagons had disappeared around the bend.
I would have liked an entire wagon of gold, but apparently that's not an option, so. Oh well. I believe it's over there where the dragon's at. Short story. This forest belongs to a famous armor by the name of Nickerskag. Never in my life have I final stat level for him out. He's willing to sell, but not for coin. For he is buried up to his neck in it. So he asked for labor. Surely not. I'm not trading men for helms. Remember, soldiers are expendable. I mean, we could sacrifice four for whatever the hell that is. Great, we have a piece of whatever the hell that is. And it doesn't piss off our soldiers or anything. Soldiers are our most expendable resource, honestly. And that's a bit sad, though, isn't it? We can easily sacrifice men, while we definitely need gold and lumber. Yeah, I guess it's Warcraft logic. Just keep the farms up and you're fine. Pylons, we need additional pylons. But no, we're good on pylons, actually. Alright, send out scouts. Boop. Okay. Grab that. Well, that's not good. Oh, hi, dragon.
A pillar of smoke rose above the mountains, and a sooty aroma filled the air.
Fire!
Gabor said, then took a deep sniff.
Perhaps a bolt struck some barren trees.
No.
Meave said curtly.
I know that scent too well. All Edirn reeked of it. It's the smell of burning homes.
The Lyrians quickened their gait. Soon they saw a town fully aflame, and a roaring, furious dragon above it.
That's your Keltilis.
Gascon asked, shielding his eyes from the sharp glare emanating from the city.
You were right. Perfectly harmless.
Dinna ken what's got his knickers in a bunch.
The dwarf said, grabbing his axe from his belt.
Queen, we got to make haste to the rescue.
Smother your fears, Sir Dwarf.
Ake proclaimed. Without waiting for Mee's reply, he dropped his lance and galloped headlong towards the burning city.
Follow me! Slay the Viper!
And here's where icons are useful. Because icons monsters.
Reynard!
Meave called out.
Have our men wet their cloaks for a modicum of fire protection. We move as soon as they're done. If we don't make haste, Ake will be reduced to smouldering plate.
Your Grace, they are but common soldiers. To fight a dragon.
I know, but we must help them, or at least try.
While Reynard went to pass on the order, Meave turned to Gabor.
This dragon, has it any weakness?
Fear not,
said the somber dwarf.
Except a fondness for raw meat.
Meave nodded and swallowed dryly. Despite the cold, she felt sweat pour down her scalp.
Yeah, well, we have
Stifling her fear, Meave gave the order to attack, and her soldiers rode into the flaming city. From up close, Keltalis looked even more terrifying. Though enormous, he moved with shocking agility, like a lizard scurrying over sand. With one swing of his paw, he snapped the necks of 3 dwarves, then bisected a 4th with a powerful bite. After that, he turned his attention to the Lyrians.
More of you!
He said, twisting his bloody maw into a horrifying smile.
God!
Well, Mr. Dragon. Oh, yeah, it's Sir Sage Free. We fought things with higher HP than that. Like that. Pirate from Scout. From me, Rajmatic, shit. I imagine dragons fantasize about what they saw on Worn and Raven Troopers' tales. Now she wishes to see one of the Flations land, the very thought paralyzed her fear. How to wound a beast or scares harder than steel, defend against fire fiercer than the harsh rivers. Well, we thought like it. That's how it went. Because remember, Ike is a badass. I was like, he better be in my deck. It's only gonna last one round, so. Somehow I don't think that's going to work that way.
Behind me! Stay together!
So, Ike, fire monsters, and you have the Manticore trophy. Damage to anybody that seems power whenever an ally takes damage. So, what does the character do? Every turn on turn start, spawn fire on the opponent's side. After 3 turns on turn, start move to the opponent's side and damage on yourself weapon. So it's not too bad, honestly. Boop.
For Rivia!
Now we deployed our army. Time to see what randomness we get.
One bolt I need.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Well, we're getting down.
The Harpin killed a dragon. It has to be possible.
Let's just spawn.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
And oh crap, I have to toss my own units. No, Slimmers was probably a bad call, though. Probably a bad call. Yep, definitely bad. Well, I've been charged. Oh boy, I've been charged.
Ah, shite! He's He's raging now! Watch out!
Yeah, I promise I can easily fix that. Carl knows how to heal him, but... oh well.
De Grace, we're taking losses!
We haven't lost a single card. So the problem is we killed him. But... we've charged our back. Of course, we can't really damage. Oh. Oh, jeez. Well, he's charging our units.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
And the Emperor's not going to destroy it. Just gonna keep murdering my units, isn't it? But now he's over. So he's gonna be.
The vermin's diminished, but be wary! Each blow it answers still with wrath and fury!
Yeah, but we have a knight.
A knight should help. Our codex commands it.
See, this is why we keep Hydra out.
That day, many Lyrians perished, either to the dragon's all-consuming fire or to its flesh-rending claws. Yet their sacrifice was not in vain. Together with the dwarves, they were able to grievously wound Keltulis, forcing him to flee. The howls of the wounded monster rang throughout the valley.
Oh.
That's right, howl, you scurvy snake! Shouldn't they ever attacked us, eh? Damn fuel lizard!
Meave, that's Vavranik, elder of the town and all the Ferences.
We should probably tell him to speak on behalf and tell Rue for Hook how we fought a dragon. Because the dragon goes of being a dick.
My regards and condolences.
Eh, tain't so bad. If nae for ye, wouldn't there be a stone left unrubbled? To be honest, when I caught wind some human queen come to Mahakam looking for aid, I said a crocus would sprout twixt my cheeks afore I'd vote aye on that.
Yeah, except for now I saved your entire frickin' town, so...
Gonna be a fear to look in my breeches after, but changed my mind. After what I saw today, what ye did for us, you've the support and undying gratitude of all Ferences.
Thank you. Faced with a Nilfgaardian peril, that means a great deal.
Forgive me for interrupting this tear-tugging scene of interracial reconciliation, but I can't hold back no longer. Vavranik! Double shice! What happened? Why'd Keltulis attack?
I ken as much as ye, meaning squat diddly. Just flew up, started spewing flames, half the town lit up in a flash.
Sheepshank! 300 years I've been a good neighbour.
What's done's done. Gotta think about the future. The Drake's just taking a breather. Gotta finish him off before he's regained form.
Meaning we haven't much time. He heals like an alchemist's pup. And the nearest guards are miles away. He'll be up flying again before they get here.
But we have an Ike.
Aye, that's what I thought. Perhaps, your grace, you'd,
What? Jest you must.
No, we're gonna go kill Drake.
I ken you're tired through the fight, dinna want to risk casualties, etc. But remember, the beast sleeping on a bed of gold and rubies.
Exactly. I mean... let's remember how dragons work. Dragons hoard treasures. It's what they do. And this one's been basically being given all this loot for like 300 years. So that's probably a lot of loot.
All belonging by right to Bruther, of course. But if quibbling some wandered off, he'd nae notice.
I admit that does alter my calculations. Besides, the dragon was badly wounded.
Where's so I can?
Putting it featherly, blood poured out of him like a leaky bladder. Just needs a coup de grace.
Fine. I'll do the deed.
Ken you'd see the light.
Now you didn't have Ike on in your deck for that. That fight probably could have took a lot longer.
Oi, Vavrenek. This lady's gonna make your rump a regular crocus garden.
Aye. Queen's doing us a great service.
There's a crook.
One that'll profit us both.
So, where is Keltulus's lair?
North of here. It's a vast cavern. Ye cannae miss it.
Meve bid farewell to Vavrenek and set out on her way. Did her way lead to the dragon's lair, you ask? Shh. Let's not spoil the surprise.
Oh, I see how we're going to do this. So where are we anyway? So basically we need to head up there and deal with that.
That stings. Got a blow on it a little.
Okay.
Trust a boarhead, and what do you get? A singed bahookie. Brown, red, gold. Every dragon's a right bastard. Wait! I'm coming with ye! Gonna beat that scaly bastard so hard he'll shoot fire out his arse!
Huzzah! But I see word. I don't know what the hell that is. So now then, this is gonna be interesting. I mean, we do have an Ike, but can we take
Keltulus's lair was indeed impossible to miss, as would stand to reason, for any space capable of containing a dragon must be enormous. The lair's maw, a black triangle cut out of a vast plain of snow, loomed from afar. Confirming the dragon's presence was the powerful odor emanating from it, one of sulfur and blood.
Well then,
Gascon said,
ready to become a legendary dragon slayer?
Yes.
My father oft said, never should you count pelts till the hunt is through.
Meve said, dismounting her horse.
It's all the more true when you hunt dragons. He's wounded, yes, but one puff of flame, and we shall be not legends, but corpses. Leave all thoughts of foolhardy bravery behind.
The Lyrians crept across the dragon's threshold. They walked single file, shields raised, watched by bats hanging from the ceiling. Keltulus lay curled up on a bed of diamonds and gold coins turned red from his blood. Seeing how he strained merely to lift his massive head, Meve knew the dragon no longer posed any threat.
Come to finish what your poison began?
The monster croaked hoarsely.
Fine. Do it then.
Keltulus turned over, exposing his vulnerable underbelly, and waited calmly for the fatal blow.
Do we murder the dragon? Huh. I'm actually not sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could terrorist the murder of the dragon. Then there's all that loot he's sitting upon. probably going to regret this, but...
Meve raised her sword high and swept it down with enormous strength, cutting the scaled belly in twain. The monster bellowed out a long roar and writhed its tail, scattering diamonds everywhere. Then grew still. Keltalis, the last red dragon between the Great Sea and the fiery mountains, had breathed his last. There followed a strange silence. No one cheered, no one clapped. Only Ache whispered a prayer of thanks under his breath.
That was...
Gascon said, the first to break the silence.
Not terribly epic.
What'd you expect?
Gabor said, arms akimbo.
Fanfare and fireworks. The mountain to quake. He up and died. What else would he do?
I am certain, Your Grace,
Reynard said,
that the poets will endow this moment with the appropriate splendor.
I'm sure they will,
the Queen said, sheathing her sword.
for they are liars.
So basically we all feel bad that we murdered a weakened dragon that we probably shouldn't have murdered. But... yeah.
The Queen told her soldiers to gather a part of the dragon's treasure. Small enough not to bring down the wrath of Bruverhoog, but large enough to fully compensate the Lyrians' losses. And Meve gained the title of Dragon Slayer, though she rarely made much mention of it.
So well, we're now dragons, there's that too. But, I mean, we just picked up a whole ton of gold. Like, holy crap. I mean, that's enough gold to pay for our command tent if we get enough wood. Which we can... I can exchange 400. Yeah. We're gonna need a lot more wood. Oh yeah, we suffered heavy losses. Yeah, we didn't lose one. Any of our actual troop count. Like, it would make sense if you lost actual army numbers in battle, depending on how many units were actually killed. But that would just overcomplicate things, I believe. So, we've gained this trophy. Everything turns on turn sword, damage all enemies on the melee row by 2. I mean, that is pretty nice. Sometimes it does have the order to move it to the upper row, but still. It's pretty freaking nice. Problem though is, even though we killed a dragon, I'm still always only affected by the landlord. You think the dragon trophy would do the same as the Manticore trophy, but nope. So that's why we're stuck with the Manticore trophy, because like, I know, probably do better, but he's just so good. Now, everyone's morale's up. I mean, we did defeat a dragon. And I can't even really talk to them about how we murdered the dragon. Oh, well. Anyway, I guess that's enough for this video. Next time we go across the bridge. So, hope you all enjoyed, thank y'all, and have a nice day.